Earth in a 3D model. Now we're going to take it and make it a flat model. And when we make a flat model, it really changes the way we see things. So first, what I want you to do in your journal is you're going to draw a half a sun in the middle of your page. Now don't forget, our sun is a star. It's our star, and it's the closest one to us. Now, around our sun, we are going to draw 4 circles. And these are going to be a model of our Earth. Now, when we draw models, one thing we've got to look at is where is the tilt of our Earth facing. And a lot of times, we base the tilt on the Earth on the North Star. And the North Star has its real name, Polaris. So in this case, the North Star is over here to the right. So we are going to put our tilt facing the right. So we've got our tilt in. And now we need to just sketch in a dotted line to represent our equator. And then the next thing we're going to do, we are going to label an N for Northern Hemisphere and an S for Southern on every one of these. So now we need to put in the way the Earth is going to rotate, or revolve, it revolves counterclockwise around the sun. So if you would add in these arrows, please. And you'll notice it is not a perfect circle, and it's not supposed to be. We do an oval or an elliptical orbit path around the sun. So let's dive deeper into this. So our Earth takes 365 days to get around the sun. That means between one model to the next, we are having a 3-month span. So every 3 months, we come to a new season. Now, let's remember from our lesson, if we are facing, the Northern Hemisphere is facing the sun, so the tilt of the north is towards the sun, we are having summer. So think about which one of these is going to represent summer for us. And this one right here is going to be our summer. So if you would, write summer up at the top. And if we're having summer, we know that the south, or the southern hemisphere, is having, I started writing south, we're having winter. They're having winter. Now I want you to think, 3 months after summer. So summer's over, we come to school. We come to school in what we call the fall semester. So fall comes after summer. And opposites, so if we're having fall, they're having spring. Then 3 months into school, we go on winter break. So if you look at this one, the Northern Hemisphere is going away from the sun. So this is going to be winter for us. And it's going to be spring for the Southern Hemisphere. And then 3 months after winter, we get to go on spring break. So in the north is going to have spring, and the south, the opposite, is going to have fall. So if you can do winter, spring, summer, fall, and have them in order, then you will be very good at drawing your seasons. Now, let's say you miss the axis and you don't understand, well, how is this summer? Think about if I point my arrow and I bring it off of the sun, most of the sunlight is going to be hitting the northern hemisphere. Same thing over here. Take our sun, come across, and look at that. It's hitting mostly the southern hemisphere. Now this is a flat model. So when we look at this flat model, if we could take it and draw our Earth, let me draw one real quick, tilt it on its axis, and if we could stand it up, the sun would be hitting directly on the equator. So when it's flat, equator. So if we could take our notes and make them two-dimensional instead of one-dimensional, we would be able to see that the sun is hitting that equator. So we're going to draw our line from the sun directly at the equator. And the same thing would go for our Earth down here. If it were flat and we stood it up, the sun would hit the equator. So we're going to draw our arrows straight down. We're going to hit that equator. Now, a few things to add in that we need to talk about is the word solstice and the word equinox. And we're not talking about the car. The word solstice, root of it is sol, which means sun. So if you wanted to make that O a sunshine, could. Sol means sun. That means when the sun is going to be shining. And you know what I just realized I wrote, you guys? That should say summer. Holy cow. I am so sorry. I was just looking at my notes. Let's fix that real quick. That should say summer. All right, so sol means sun. So it's going to be during the months when there is a lot of sun or not very much sun. So a solstice is going to happen in the winter when we don't have much sun, or in the summer when we have a lot of sun. Now, equinox, look right here, EQU, looks like the word equal, and that's when we're going to have equal day and equal night. And that's going to be in the spring and the fall. So if I said 6 months after summer, what season will we be in? So you're going to go 3, and then you're going to go 6, and we're going to be in winter. So we have 6 months between summer and winter, and we have 6 months between winter and summer. And if I said what happens 18 months from winter, 6 plus 3 is 9. I'm going 2 years here. If we go, what's 9 months from winter? We follow it around. 9 months from winter is fall. So this should help you with your notes today and your lessons. All right. Hope you are enjoying your online school and having a good time at home. I'll see you next time.